just a few minutes ago, and that one was basically a bit too early. I mean, earlier than I do the usual ones. So we'll just see how this one goes. If the regular folks show up, then we'll have a chat. If someone new drops in, obviously we'll discuss anything that people want to talk about. But the last one, obviously, I just talked about the topic that I wanted to discuss and finish from last time, but we didn't have a lively chat, so I guess it didn't go all that well. So just testing to see how this one goes. If it picks up within a few minutes, we'll continue. If not, then we'll do it tomorrow. So, well, maybe tomorrow, but yeah, time. But yeah, I would, as usual, just want to mention or wish you all folks nice and happy Sunday. Hopefully, you're having a great time, whatever the time for you is. And I hope that the weekend so far is going the way you want it, or even better. And hopefully, you have some nice plans for the rest of your day as well. So here it's quite hot, and it's gonna get even hotter. Uh, we're gonna hit the pool pretty soon, in maybe an hour or so. And apologies for the train passing by. But yeah, there's a pool quite close to us. I mean, not walking distance close, but close enough. And it's a lovely pool because it's in the forest. There's no concrete, and that helps. The only concrete is the pool itself, or the pools. There's a few of them. But yeah, that helps with the heat a lot, because the usual concrete pools that are throughout the city are very, very hot, so it's difficult to find shelter even if you're in the shade. But this pool, because it's in the forest, the ground is just grass, well kept grass, that is, and there's a lot of trees, so it's much cooler there, and you get into water, and it's just beautiful. Hopefully not too crowded today, but we'll see how that goes. Where are you? Asks Super Mario Luigi, or Lugino, oh Lugino, sorry. So Super Mario Lugino says, "Where are you? I can tell you right away if you like, or I can give you hints and you can guess. So just let me know if you want to. I can give you hints. You try and guess where I am. That is what country. And if you don't want to guess, tell me and I'll tell you right away what the country is. But if you're not asking about the country, just hint me. Okay, Super Mario. I'll give you multiple hints. First one is just a wide one. So Europe, a country in Europe is the first hint. Then I'll continue giving you hints every, let's say, like 10 seconds or so. But yeah, that's your first clue. It's quite hot here, and the time is, what's the time? What's the time? 8:38 a.m. That's, I guess, the next clue. You can't see any particular thing from this angle, but just a tree line, so nothing special there. The next clue is Holland. Okay, that's a nice shout out. We are typically much hotter than Holland in terms of weather, or have much hotter summers. And think Southeast Europe. A small country. If the population helps. France. Oh, okay, France. Think more southeast. More southeast. Like the Balkan region. Opinionator said Spain. No, Spain would be in the opposite direction. Spain would be west of France. We're going east towards like Asia, but still staying in Europe. So, for example, when you go to Greece, but we're not. This country is not bordering Greece, although there's great connection between this country and Greece. Czech Republic, okay, you're getting closer, but no. Balkan region, small country. We have about 7 million people at the most. We were once a bigger country connected with other countries. We formed one country with one, two, three, four other countries. And the connection that we have with Greece is like historical. The language is in no way similar. The language here is similar to Russian. That's another clue. It's a Slavic country. So is Czech Republic. So that's a good guess there as well. And the most popular religion here is the same type of religion that's most popular in Greece as well. That would be the Orthodox, if that helps. Then I can give you big clues after that. One of those bigger clues could be we have some famous people in sports. One of those would be in, I'm just going to wait for it a little bit to see if there's more guesses. But the one of the famous sportsmen is in tennis. Another is in the NBA. So I think I'm giving Macedonia. Okay, close. I'll just move a little bit because the sun is too hot there. Okay, better position here. Okay, Serbia is the correct one. Super Mario gets it. Well done. Serbia is the correct guess. So yes. Yeah, Macedonia has connections to both Serbia and Greece because Macedonia was part of Greece at some point, and also there's connections, some language connections there. Good luck, says Super Mario. Good guess and good knowledge. So yeah, well done. It's a great guess. You can let us know where you're from if you like, or you could give us clues. That can also be fun. And yeah, this the sports people that I was talking about were Novak Djokovic, and the NBA sportsman would be Nikola Jokic. Those would be like the two most famous ones at the moment. There's some in the Premier League and all that, but yeah, that's for people that enjoy sports. We can talk about that. But yeah, good guess. And it's a nice country for visiting if you like. We don't have the sea, so there's no beaches in that sense. But there's a lot of rivers, a lot of lakes that you could visit if you like swimming. Other than that, there's lots of obviously museums. There's nice hiking trails, lots of mountains, and there's even rafting, which is quite popular here, and it can be super fun. Rafting, going down fast rafts fast rivers in a raft on a mountain, for example, like Tara Mountain. So yeah, lots of fun to do in that sense. There's also a lot of nightlife in the capital city, and the food could be tasty but quite strong because there's a lot of like meat and quite calorie dense. So that's just a few details about the country for people that were or are interested. Serbia is a nice country, says Super Mario. Thank you. Yeah, it's um, developing country, and the people usually are friendly and are quite talkative and can be quite friendly to tourists and things. Like, for example, I have a few friends from Japan that were coming here, and when they were alone, like in the supermarket or somewhere on the street, they said that people would always want to help them, even if they didn't speak English all that well. Everybody here can say at least something in English, and they are willing to help. So if you need help with whatever directions, suggestions, anything, people will try and help you however they can. So that's the good thing about Serbia here. So yeah, thank you, Super Mario, for the shout out. And thank you, by the way, for liking the video. Thank you for the comments. It all helps the channel a lot. If you subscribe, that also helps greatly. So thank you for all of that. I'm really grateful. Feel free to leave any type of comment that you like, as long as you keep it civil, and we can discuss anything that you are interested in. So yeah, just let me know, and we will discuss anything really. So it can be connected with traveling, sports, geography, fitness, language, anything really. I'm open to a discussion as always. So yeah, thank you for that. We also talked Fav Tubby. Teletubby. Oh, okay. That's Enclave again. What's yours? I have to say I did not watch the Teletubbies. I might disappoint you on that, but yeah, when I was a kid, that's not something I watched. I watched Cartoon Network at the time, and I watched Transformers, the cartoon. But yeah, Teletubbies, I kind of skipped on those. Can I ask you about your president? Yes, you can. It's that would be a more serious topic, but yeah, obviously, of course, you can. And there's lots to be said there. So yeah, we can of course talk about that. Feel free, and I'll give you my thoughts, my opinion. So yeah, feel free to do so. But yeah, for cartoons, Vujic. Okay, you're very close. Vucic, yes, Vucic. That's that's the correct pronunciation of his last name. But yeah, you're very close, and you know who he is. So yeah, that's basically correct. Vucic. So yeah, feel free to ask anything you want, and yeah, no need to apologize. It's not your language, and you're very close, so it's all good. I'm just personally, and like most of the country here, we don't like them that much. So any way you say it is fine. For the cartoons that Enclave mentioned, yeah, just when I was a kid, Cartoon Network, so whatever was playing at the time. There was Dexter, there was Ed, Edd and Eddy. Um, Courage was there at some point. And yeah, I watched Transformers. What else did I watch? Because I have an older brother, he would give me the cartoons he watched, and so I watched those, like Mask. So older cartoons from the 80s. But they were quite cool, quite fun to watch, and had like good scripts. The dialogue was quite fun. Um, and Enclave says, oh, I thought that you asks if we're supporting Israel and what is happening. I would say no, not at what they're doing right now. That would not be a good thing. It's insane what they're doing. So yeah, not gonna support that. It's when there's civilians losing lives, definitely not gonna support that. So yeah. Um, Anti-Semites, then no, not that either. You don't need to be anti something if you're not gonna support them. Obviously, if they are aggressors, you don't support that type of um, approach. And yeah, you would be anti-Semi if you would say that you would wish them harm. And that's not what I'm saying. I would definitely not wish anybody harm. I would just say that civilians should and need to be protected, and the loss of life is a very serious, important thing. So we do not want that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty basic. We could go deeper. So yeah, for Super Mario, I'm not sure if you had a specific question, but in general, just if you wanted to know general stuff about the president here, not a good guy, populist, which means he wants just to become popular by any means necessary, and lots of like corruption here, lots of um, bad stuff happening that it's very I'm hesitant to mention a lot of things because it's almost unbelievable what some of the things that are happening here. But basically, they're in power for a long time, and they have been just chopping off um, the funds that we have. You have to be Semitic to be called anti-Semitic, says Super Mario. Excellent point there. Enclave asks, do you think they run the world? Not really. I mean, nobody runs the entire planet. There's obviously people that are more influential and more in power. Um, oh, that's a point and a good one, says Enclave. So yeah, I would not say that anybody runs the world entirely. There's people obviously with more influence than others. You have superpowers, and that's um, fist bump me brother, says Enclave. Do it super. And so yeah, there's not one faction that can control the whole world, but there's a lot of influence and a lot of control that obviously goes into that. There's like economics and all of that. Um, Turn off your sync in the background. No sync, my man. There's just crickets. If I go, like, for example, I move here, you might hear them more, but yeah. See? The Chinese invested in Serbia. What's behind it? Okay, great question. There's a lot of investment from China in terms of, well, they're doing a lot of different stuff. They're doing like railways, they're building some factories, they are making some roads, all of that. But the thing there is it's good for both sides, like politically, but bad for the people here. And here's how it works. The Chinese come here, get, for example, a factory going, which is one Linglong factory. That's just the name of one of the factories. and they get it going. The government pays them um, a little bit to set up. They set up, and the government says basically, whatever you're doing is you. You won't be responsible for anything. Like your um, the people from China will not be responsible for whatever is done here. And then you have those factories where people from here, from Serbia, are working in them with really horrific conditions. There's very like to the point where they would almost have to wear diapers, basically. So it's really like horrific conditions. Workers would get mistreated on all kinds of levels, and there's nothing that's being done about it. Like there's multiple cases where people were harassed in different ways. They wanted to make lawsuits, and then nothing was done because the government made such promise to the Chinese so that they are blameless, basically. Pasta says that's horrible. Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the things that are happening. Um, and there's a lot more to that. Wasn't there a bridge that collapsed built by the Chinese? Um, that's another thing why the protests began, but no, it wasn't a bridge, it was a train station. And there's that train station was a big one, and there was what do you call it? Not the roof, but it basically when you're under it, you are shaded from the rain or sun in a way. And it was made of concrete, but it wasn't the roof of the whole station. It's just one part of the station, and people were sitting under that part of the building. And the building was renovated by some Chinese company. The renovations were done, but they were not done on that particular part and on the things that were holding that concrete in place. And so eventually it collapsed and it killed multiple people. So then again, nobody was. There were some people arrested, and then they were not convicted. That happened over a year ago, and there were protests. There are protests ever since, and there's a lot of unrest because of that, and all kinds of other things that are happening as well. There's the basically the government holds almost all control over media. So there's only maybe one or two outlets, TV outlets, that are not under their control. And that's quite obvious because when you turn on the TV and you go over the channels, every channel is always, all the time, going to say great stuff about the government. You will never hear like a negative thing. And that's the most obvious clue that you could see. Like if you had a television station where people could debate or say like, okay, they did this badly, but this was a good thing, and then there's debate, that would be great. But you don't have any of that. You just have propaganda, basically. And so, yeah, China has been heavily investing in multiple countries over the last few decades. Most are very strategic. I was surprised by how much they're investing in Africa right now, says Pasta Sausta. Yes, they're heavily investing in Africa. You're absolutely right there as well. I'm guessing there's a lot of things that they can get from Africa, like some minerals and things like that. I'm just guessing here. I've no clue what the main intentions are, but yeah, that's very true. That's a good shout out by Pasta. And what was I gonna say? Just yeah, here basically, when they control the media, they control the narrative, and they just spin whatever is happening. They spin it and say, no, no, the ones before us, even though they've been in power for over 10 years, they would say, no, no, those people before us, they're the guilty ones. We are doing everything we can to fix it, but the people before us are the bad ones. And that's always the spin here. And yeah, they don't want to relinquish their hold of the power that they have. So that's pretty much it. You get protests, then you get police arresting protesters, beating them, and all kinds of stuff like that. But we've seen that in the 90s as well with another leader. So yeah, that's unfortunately history repeating itself. What do you think about who is to blame for the war from Russia and Ukraine? Okay, good question as well. A difficult one, but there's no two ways about it, in which, like, we all know that Russia was the aggressor, the attacking side, and that's the most important piece of information, I guess, that we all should know or have. There's obviously different political tensions. I don't think that one side is blameless, but that's the most important thing, is that the country who attacked first, and that's Russia. So, but again, I would not say it's all rosy and on the Ukrainian side as well. Ali says, bro, what's up? No, not much. I'm just chatting with folks here. We're getting a bit political today, it seems. Lots of serious topics. But yeah, hope you're having a great day, and hope it's a nice Sunday for you. And I'm just noticing it's already 9 a.m. here, which means I have to do my online class. So my apologies, but I'll have to be ending the chat now. Thank you, by the way, for very important, serious questions, and I would love to go more in depth for each one. But hopefully next time we can do more. Thank you all very, very much. My apologies that I have to end this abruptly, but I did not get the time here. So thank you all. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being active, and hopefully see you again soon. Thank you for subscribing as well. It means a lot to me. It really does. See you next time. Thank you, and take care. See you later. Nice talking with you, says Super Mario. Likewise, thank you, Mario, and hope to see you again. Hey, have a great day. I enjoyed the short time I was here, says Pasta. Thank you. I'm really glad to hear that, and hope to see you folks again soon. Take care. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.